Alright, looks like we're live. 3 minutes late this morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. Let's see who we got here. Oh man, isn't that so good, Janelle? Janelle's trying the Trader Joe's brown sugar oat creamer. It's my favorite. No, just running late. I decided to take an everything shower this morning at like 9:36, and I'm not sure what I was thinking. Crazy. Good morning, good morning. Hi Anna, hi Suzette. Hi Melissa, hi Raul. Christine! Oh, all you normalized magic members that aren't in workshop this time, we miss you. We missed you. Good morning, Tiff. Good morning, Valerie. Mm, I knew it. I knew it. This scone that I purchased for myself and I'm now eating, I asked for triple moist. This was triple dry. Is that good for you, Janelle? I love her. I was ready. All right. So listen to me. My cat's not back. I'm triple annoyed about that. But he's not dead and he's not in anyone's house. He's been sighted as of yesterday in a neighborhood that's like up. There's a crossroad and it goes up to the top of a hill. And up in that hill is a park. And on the other end of the park is another neighborhood, which isn't in my neighborhood, but because of the park there, you can kind of get to it quickly. It's like probably a 5-minute drive in the car. And so he was spotted there. And that is where Dawn, the pet psychic, said he was tracking around that park and that neighborhood area. Billy, it ain't the time. It ain't the time. It just isn't. Um, so I went up there and talked to the woman who called me, and she said that her husband had seen him, and he came to the garage, like seeming to be like, "Let me into the garage." I'm like, he has his own fucking garage, but like, okay. And I guess her husband's allergic to cats, so he didn't pick him up. And I was like, okay, but they did see him, and it does sound like it was Leo, and it just kind of tracks with the information that I've gotten from Dawn. Um, so yeah, Leo's, you know, he's out on his Rumspringa, and I don't love that, but I'm hoping that I'm able to find him today after coffee. So there's cards on the floor. After Coffee and Magic, I'm planning to take these dogs and go walk slowly around that neighborhood because usually when I'm on a walk with my dogs in this neighborhood, Leo shows up, when he's where he should be. So I figured, let me go walk the dogs over there and see if he shows up where he should be. So that's my plan for today. What other fresh hell hath occurred this week? I feel like it's been I had like a meltdown this week. Anybody else? Like, ugh, ugh. Growth is the best. So are CMEs and energy and just the end of the world. But it's just been a wild time. It's been a wild time. And now we are here together. Good morning. Hi Cindy. I know. um I don't have my snake yet. My snake is learning to eat dead rats. So it might be a couple weeks, but I'm rocking the snaky stuff. Pretty excited. Um, we're gonna go this weekend to a reptile store in Lancaster and get some goodies for him, I think. But anyway, did you guys see that meme that I posted on Instagram on my stories that was like, why would I finish a thought when I can just start a new, more interesting one? I feel like that's me this morning so hardcore because I just like start talking and I'm like, I'd rather say this, I'd rather talk about this other thing. But it's just been a lot of stuff, right? Because spring is finally here and that's good. So like the birds are hollering and I spent time yesterday, went and got my first round of soil and started repotting all my babies and seeing like who I killed over the winter and who I didn't, and it's looking pretty good. So as I'm doing that yesterday, I started to feel a lot better and just like reminding myself that, it's okay. Everything's okay. But I think it needs to be said that when you ask for your life to be very different than it is currently and you're listened to and heard and you start taking action toward those things, the changes can be really drastic sometimes. And I think like if you've been in it for a while, right, where you've already had so many big shifts. Like I already had a lot of big shifts over the past 4 years alone. Like I feel like they just keep happening, right? And now I'm here and I feel like I'm on the edge of yet another big shift and we're kind of in the shadow of eclipse season. So there's that. And I am kind of feeling like I don't know what I'm doing right now. Like I don't feel grounded in a direction at this time, even though um it feels like I should know that, but I don't like knowing. And I think none of us like not knowing, right? We don't like knowing. We don't like not knowing what's about to happen. We don't like not having any control over anything. And it's a lot. So, new moon in Pisces is on Sunday, I believe. And Pisces season is a lot, right? I swear, people only call me during Coffee and Magic. Um, but Pisces season is always blah, 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 blah. Pisces season is always a lot because it's the culmination of all the things. So if you wanted to mark a time for like New Year vibes, here we are. This is our New Year vibes. So what has already fallen into place for you? What can you dream into at this time? Right? What can you flow? Can you like don't lock your knees so much, right? Can you release old mind patterns that are restricting you from just being in your own magic? We did an exercise last night in class, not a class I teach, but like, in grad school. Um, that was like, it's called the 9 dot exercise. And you have to connect 9 dots with 4 straight lines without picking up your pen. So we're all doing that and just like losing our minds. And then we watched the explanation. And it was basically that in order to solve this, you have to think outside the box because to use 4 straight lines and hit all 9 dots, you have to go outside of the perceived area of play. Okay. And I was watching that at 9 o'clock last night and I was like, oh, you have to go out of the perceived area of play sometimes. And we create boxes for ourselves. We create rules for ourselves. We just really love to do that. We're like, I feel safe if I'm playing by these perceived rules, right? But in order to hit all the marks you're wanting to hit now, magical bitches, you're going to have to start releasing your hold on the box. Okay. So without further ado, with my 13-minute preamble, let's get to some cards for this new moon in Pisces. I'm shuffling. Okay. And this morning, we're going to do spring flowers. And the first one is a crocus, obviously. So we're going to do crocus, snowdrops, and daffodils. Crocus, snowdrops, and daffodils. So choose from one of those and I'm shuffling. Crocus, snowdrops, and daffodils. Good morning, Erin. One thing I am doing is drinking water today because I'm so dehydrated. Like, wow. You wouldn't believe it, but you might, you know, you might. All right. Crocus, snowdrops, and daffodil. Z- All right, tell me when you're ready for crocuses. Yes, Janelle says none are hitting, so all three. If you are trying to choose and like none of the choices are choosy for you, just listen to all three and allow whatever message is for you to be for you. That's that's actually a totally appropriate way of handling coffee and magic. Okay, absolutely. So here we go. We've got your crocus. It's crocuses, snowdrops, and daffodils. You're very, very welcome. All right. This is crocus. Ooh. Um, oh, I was about to go on another tangent. I need to focus. Focus on the crocus. Okay. Joy, love, the cow. Did someone who picked crocus and then like saw these cards say like, is this really for me? I feel like I just like felt someone say that. Like, are you sure? Oh, all right. Good morning. Good morning. So, crocuses, snowdrops, and daffodils. This is your crocus pull. We've got the cow, joy, and love. Okay. So, what's to say about this one for you? Well, the first thing I'm going to say is if you have an attitude about this poll, we need to address that first. Okay? Because I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you guys, but I'm like really feeling some pushback to these cards, and that's not making me want to reshuffle them. Okay? So, what's wrong with you? Everyone's like, "No, this seems like it's positive. How could this be for me?" What the fuck? Okay. So listen harder if you're having trouble with this. Joy, love, and the cow. The cow is about giving and receiving. Okay. And the crazy thing about the energy right now, right, is that it's really like, it's wild to say this. And I mean, obviously, you're feeling wild about this poll, but everything's working out for you right now. And I already told you why. We've been talking about this for a minute, but I'm just going to say it again. If you gravitate towards like coffee and magic and like my style of talking at the internet, right? 9 times out of 10, that's because you've never really fit in with anything in the boxes, right? You've always struggled to just be what you need to be to do well in this container of a world that we live in. Just different, right? So now that the world is flipping on its head, it's our turn. We actually fit wonderfully in the new energy. just don't fit in the old systems. So, are you in between systems? You sure are. But the trick is right now to start playing by the new energy's rules, the energy that actually works for you, right? So if you can allow yourself, like, fix your fucking attitude about it. If you can allow yourself to receive and to actually believe that all of this is really happening for you, it will be, because that's the vibe now. Maybe it wasn't that way before. I think it really wasn't, right? It is now. So if you didn't fit in before, you're gonna fit in now. And it's not even fit in. No one needs to fit in. It's more like you can work with this energy and stop spending so much time trying to be a normal person, because it is boring and too exhausting, right? So you can just like leave it alone. This week in workshop, we were asking ourselves, like, what's the thing that you just say to yourself every single day that you don't even realize you're saying, that's driving you crazy and restricting you into your boxes, right? Let yourself receive the goodness that is literally happening for you because you called upon it. It's joy and love, my guys. It's joy and love. And this is the frequency. This is the frequency. It's switching over from fear based to love based. And if you don't believe it, then it won't be your experience. But that is your choice. Okay. Okay. Next up will be snowdrops. So we've got crocuses, snowdrops, and daffodils this morning. Oh, my body just reminded me that I haven't taken my allergy medicine in over 24 hours. So 'tis the season. Starting to feel weird. Okay. So if you're just joining us, maybe you want to choose from snowdrops or daffodils. And as a reminder, if you would like to donate to Coffee and Magic and help me keep the electricity running, you can do that by popping onto my profiles on either Instagram or TikTok, or go to my website, sarahamala.com. Good morning, Caress. I mean, to be fair, people on the internet are wild, but they're wild everywhere. That's the part they didn't tell us. Because the people on the internet are also the people in the world, right? Like they don't just exclusively live on the internet. I feel like that's the part of that sentence we didn't catch. Oh my fucking God. Whose is this? What's going on this morning? I feel like you're gonna have an attitude about this too. Okay, snowdrop people. Snowdrop people. Are you here and are you ready? Mm. My boobs are looking kind of good this morning, huh? I have a bra on. It's a soft one though. Okay. This is your snowdrops. You said you're ready. Let's do it. Hmm. All right. Here's the bee, but here's the wasp. And here's the fear. Do I even have to tell you anything? Can one of you just say it? Just kidding. Send a big donation. All right. So you got the bee, the wasp, and the fear. So I just wanted to notice that I want to tell you something. We have these two kind of creatures, but these are very different energies. One is really blocking the other. Can you tell which one is blocking the other? Like, what is happening here? The bee is your good luck. It's your success. It's your victory. It's yup. We got this. And this is you right now, just fear wasping all over your success. And I don't mean to be mean to you. So don't think of it as me being mean to you. Just think of it as your own higher self giving you the what for this morning. Because why are you doing this? What is the deal? Do you enjoy it? Do you truly believe that you are going to find joy, success, and completion by having this kind of a vibe? Like, do you really think that? Because I think you might. Like, here's the thing, and I'm being very like gracious about this because I do the same thing. We've been trained, right? We've been trained to believe this. You have to complain about everything. You have to expect the worst. You have to torture yourself. You can't have a good time. You don't like you got to work hard. You got to do all the things. Right? And then when things start to look like, oh, I want them to be better and they're getting better, you're like, oh no, but here's this other thing. And it's like, listen, you could step away from this altogether and never miss it. I'm just letting you know that. You could step away and you might be asking yourself, or maybe you're not, or maybe you're, I don't know what you're doing, but you might say, well, what is this applying to? And do you remember the other card pull that had the love card? And then this one has the fear card. This is telling you in very clear, very succinct English right now, you are operating from a fear based mindset. So if you continue to do that, it's going to be all wasps all day. And the bee will just be over here, not being in your business at all. Do you see what I'm saying? And you will not be able to blame this on anyone, okay? Because you know it. So you are in fear right now. You can always shift out of fear. You can do that. But you have to want to. You know what I mean? And you have to not secretly believe that there's virtue in the fear based. Does that make sense? Are you? Kid says I'm feeling a little called out. I mean, it was meant to make you feel that way, truly. All right, last one is going to be daffodils. Good luck. Good luck to you. Oh my God, Melissa. All right. No more fear wasping. No fear wasping, just love being. Ooh, that's a good one. Get it? Love being and fear wasping. Ooh, that's a good make a t-shirt, right? Okay. I'm still shuffling, but it's coming. Tell me when you're ready. Okay. Ugh, the neck today, but not in an energy way. I think I slept on it weird, which is actually a relief. All right, here we go. Here's your daffodil. Okay, here's the funny part of this. I'm just gonna do this to you right now. Look, it's joy and love again. It's joy and love again. I think that's funny. Okay. And then it's this one. So to recap, joy, love, one. Okay. So let's talk about it again, right? Okay. It's given crocus vibes, isn't it? It's giving crocus vibes. So if you chose both crocus and daffodil or all three, consider this like a boom boom on this one. Love based frequency. It doesn't mean that nothing unfortunate ever happens to you. It doesn't mean that life is a bowl of sunshine and marshmallows and whatever the hell else you like. That's not what love based means. It means that your motivation for doing a thing, for choosing a path, for making any of your decisions, right, is not rooted in fear. It's rooted in love. It means, ooh, I've tapped into this. This feels good in my body. It feels good in my energy. I'm going to go ahead and do that, right? Whereas fear based means, oh shit, oh shit. If I don't do this, this is going to happen. And oh, fuck, 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 right? That is not the vibe. Okay. From that, what could you possibly expect to create that you would want, right? A panic attack, right? So, love based. And then you have joy in the swan. And I hope you can really receive this message that I'm about to give you because it is such a good one and it's so nice. And they don't happen that often. So I'm just going to tell it to you. You are having like a reprise. Do you know what a reprise is? I'm going to use The Little Mermaid as an example of a reprise. It's when you have part of your world at the beginning of the movie, right? When she's singing in the grotto. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat, right? And she introduces this refrain, I want to be where the people are. I want to be part of your world, right? And then later in the movie, we are brought back into that same song, but there's so much more behind it now because Ariel has had all of these other experiences, right? She's matured into a vibe and now she wants to be part of his world. She's figured out what she actually wants, right? And it's this dumb prince. So like aside from that, right? But aside from that, she's like, I don't know when, I don't know how, right? But I know something's starting right now. Okay? And that is a reprise. And that is what is happening for you right now. And I hope you have enjoyed me using The Little Mermaid for that. But that is what is happening. I am feeling so many feels as I say this to you, and not just because I love that movie. But it's your reprise, you goofy little bitch, right? It's your reprise. It started a while back and you didn't know why you felt the way you felt, right? But you awakened and things started to happen and you started off on your adventure. And now it's the reprise. You have your eyes on what it is that you actually want and like why this has all happened to begin with, right? And you're like, all right, let me sing this again, but with intention, right? It's not just with wonder and curiosity anymore, it's with intention. You're like, I want that one. I want that one. Sing your fucking heart out, okay? Because you have arrived at the reprise, so climb up onto your beautiful rock and sing into the crashing waves, and let's go. Okay? Well, that's your coffee and magic for this weekend. Very Pisces. And Pisces, you're welcome. I didn't plan it because y'all know I can't. So it just happened, which makes it even more magical. Again, if you would like to donate, you can do that by going to the link in my bio on Instagram or on TikTok or to my website. I'll be back on Monday morning with more and we can check in and see how that moon did for you, right? If you want to catch Coffee and Magic again, if you missed part of it, you can watch the replays on Instagram and on YouTube. And I'm here Mondays at 9 and Fridays at 10. I love you. Bye. Yep. No, no. I'm very proud of myself with that one. I outdid it. I outdid myself, all the snaps, all the things. I'm gonna go have a really good weekend and maybe go find my cat. Okay, wish me luck because I'm like going right now. Mwah. Goodbye, friends.